Welcome back to Baby to Child, the channel where we help you navigate parenthood one thoughtful product at a time. Today, we're looking at something that sits right at the heart of your baby's room, the Namesake Winston 4-in-1 Convertible Metal Crib in vintage iron. Now, before we dive into opinions, here's what you need to know. This crib is GREENGUARD Gold Certified, made from premium steel, and designed to grow with your child, from crib to toddler bed, daybed, and even a full-size bed down the line. Let's take a closer look at what that actually means for real families like yours. So, first impressions. This is a metal crib through and through. Classic, a little vintage in its vibe, and surprisingly solid to the touch. It's got that iron-finished look that'll definitely stand out in a nursery, especially if you're going for a bit of a timeless or traditional style. It offers 4 mattress height settings, so you can adjust it as your little one grows, which honestly makes those early transitions a lot smoother. The conversion kits for the toddler and full-size bed aren't included though, so just keep that in mind budget-wise. Now let's talk about setting this thing up. Out of the box, the frame felt heavy-duty, in a good way. None of that flimsy rattle you sometimes get with cheaper metal cribs. Assembly was fairly straightforward, though I will say having a second set of hands made it a lot easier to align those metal joints, especially since the traditional casting makes for a few tight corners. Once it was up, rock solid. No wobble. It stayed stable even after a few little bounce tests from our toddler tester, who loves turning everything into a mini trampoline. One thing I really appreciated during real-world use was the paint finish. This is where the health-conscious side of the product really shines. It's non-toxic, lead-safe, and phthalate-safe. As a parent, that matters. You've got a little one who's going to chew, slobber, and explore every inch of their crib. Knowing it's been tested for over 10,000 chemical emissions, that gave me serious peace of mind. On the flip side, while the crib is undeniably sturdy and beautifully made, the metal frame does mean it can scratch floors if you're sliding it around. So felt pads are your friend. Also, the fact that the conversion kits are sold separately might be a turnoff for anyone hoping for an all-in-one solution straight out of the box. Just be ready to factor in that extra cost down the road. Quick pause. If you're finding this review helpful so far, take a second to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss future reviews. We've got lots more coming your way, and we love having you along for the ride. Back to it. What really works here is the balance between aesthetics and functionality. Compared to something like the IKEA Sniglar crib, which is minimal and super budget-friendly, the Winston clearly goes for visual impact and long-term use. The steel construction gives it a premium feel that you won't get with pine or particle board. However, compared to similarly priced convertible cribs like the Babyletto Lolly, the Winston leans heavier in both literal weight and in traditional styling. If you're after modern and lightweight, this might not be the one. Durability? It's built like a tank. The powder-coated steel is tough stuff, and I can see this crib lasting through multiple kids with zero structural issues. The weld points feel secure, and the 135-pound slat strength for the crib stage tells me it's more than ready for the real-world chaos of parenthood. Now, I didn't need to reach out to customer service, but Namesake, formerly $1 Million Baby Classic, has a decent reputation for being responsive, especially when it comes to missing parts or questions about setup. That's always reassuring when you're building nursery essentials under time pressure and sleep deprivation. If you're on a tighter budget and you're okay with losing some of the vintage flair, the Dream on Me Violet or Graco Benton cribs are both convertible and come in at a lower price point, with some trade-offs in materials and longevity. But if your priority is aesthetic, build quality, and safety certifications, the Winston makes a compelling case for itself. To wrap things up, the Namesake Winston 4-in-1 Convertible Metal Crib is a solid, thoughtfully designed piece that feels heirloom-worthy. It's stylish without trying too hard, durable without compromise, and most importantly, safe. But it's not a plug-and-play budget solution. You'll need to invest in the conversion kits, and consider the footprint if you're tight on space. This crib is a strong pick for parents who value timeless design, long-term use, and chemical-conscious construction. If that sounds like your vibe, this one's worth serious consideration. Thanks for hanging out with me on Baby to Child. You'll find the link to the product in the comments section below. If you've already got this crib, drop your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear how it's working for you. And if you've got questions, you know where to ask. Catch you next time. And remember, from baby to child, we've got your back from the very first nap to the very last bedtime story.